My name is Navar Austin. This is my presentation for cyber threats and attack vectors. This is a presentation for a Grand Canyon University class, Cyber 505, Cyber Warfare and its applications. Um, to get started, we're going to be looking at the difference between a threat and a vulnerability. When we're looking at a threat, it's going to be the potential vulnerability. Um, they're inherently tied, so a threat is the potential that of something happening, and this includes like the bad actors and the stuff that we're going to be covering on later, compared to a vulnerability where it is a weakness. It's something that is kind of known, or something that's just exploitable, that it allows someone to they break that kink in the chain, and now they have access to everything else going on. So to start, we're going to be looking at cyber criminals. Cyber criminal is anyone that uses the internet or device, or really any kind of electrical device, for any kind of malicious means. So I mean that does include like selling drugs online, anything like that. The predation of minors online, black hat hackers that kind of come in and um, cause a lot of problems. And so their common threat vectors, we're going to be looking at a 0-day exploit, which is just an exploit that, a vulnerability isn't known just yet. And that 0 day is, it releases the 0th day that exploit is known. So it's just the keyword of saying like a new attack, followed by misconfiguration, where it's just something's misconfigured somewhere within the firewall, somewhere in the network environment, and it can allow a cyber criminal in. Next, we're going to be looking at APTs, and APTs are advanced persistent threats. Uh, those typically look at like phishing emails, not cyber, social engineering attacks, such as phishing and whaling. Um, Phishing is kind of impersonal, kind of just like a spread out email that's sent to try and get someone, compared to a whaling where it's that very direct, and you act as if you are a superior to them. We have cyber terrorism. Um, and here, this is more of a violent attack compared to the hacktivist group that we're going to see later, which is a more peaceful, non-violent attack, I should say. But cyber terrorism looks at trying to blackmail a company into compliance. They use ransomware or DDoS attacks to get what they're looking for. This ransomware can vary between, say, trying to hold someone or hold a company for money, or just trying to get specific information out of it. Next, we looked at hacktivists, which is very similar to the last, where they're politically and theologically based, but this is a non-violent attack. They typically just look at attacking like web pages, where it's like a website defacement, where they just try and create like social change. Um, this could also look at doxing and just kind of releasing personal information of people that work at the company to try and get them in trouble. We got script kiddies, which are novice hackers, which are just pre-scripted tools, or that use pre-scripted tools. They're very dangerous, partly because they don't really know what they're doing. They just kind of create problems. So even if they do get in successful, sometimes they'll do something that just kind of creates more problems. And their common threat vectors are outdated applications as well as SQL injections. Next, we have our industrial espionage, which is more of an insider threat. They typically try and steal money or steal company information, to steal to the competitors, to try and get them, give the competitor an advantage while making themselves some money. Um, so typically, what someone would be looking at when they're say trying to do this would be doing privilege escalation, allowing them more privileges than what they're typically allowed in their role, or doing a man in the middle attack, where they leave like a back door and allows them to come in to get more information or track what else is going on within the company. And that's the presentation.